So, as you'll no doubt be aware by now, the Tory leadership contest is heating up. You've got the two main contenders, as I see it, Robert Jenrick and the former Trade Minister Kemi Badenoch, Robert Jenrick being a former immigration minister. Well, Kemi Badenoch came out yesterday with her launch event, all guns blazing. And the issue she was criticising, and this comes as Jess Phillips, a Home Office minister, junior minister, although it may be, but a minister nonetheless, actually confirmed that she was bumped up the list at accident and emergency within an NHS hospital because of her stance on Gaza by a Palestinian GP. Now, if that's not a sign of sectarianism seeping into public life and actually into the institutions of this country, I don't know what is. It also comes on the same day as David Lammy announced that the United Kingdom would actually be putting an embargo on arms to Israel on a day, actually, in which they buried one of their own. Hamas had shot this individual. 6 of them were shot, one of them in the head and left for dead like a dog in a tunnel. And this Labour thought that this was the day in which they should announce that there would be an arms embargo on Israel. All, of course, to actually keep their Muslim vote growing as it is in strength and number on side. And that is a sign, my friends, of religious sectarianism in British politics. But here's what Kemi Badenoch had to say about the matter.
I believe in equality under the law. If citizenship is to mean something, then our laws must apply equally to all citizens. Anything else breeds division and resentment. In government, I saw just how malign and destructive identity politics had become. Laws brought in to protect everyone were used by left-wingers to protect certain groups over others. We've seen in history what happens when governments do this. That must not happen here. And that is why, when everyone was talking about the 5 new MPs from Reform, I was far, far more worried about the 5 new MPs elected on the back of sectarian Islamist politics, alien ideas that have no place here. It's the sort of politics we need to defeat, and defeat quickly.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Look, I agree with what Kemi Badenoch had to say there, every last word, actually. The sort of panoply of human rights legislation and equality laws have been twisted to actually protect certain groups over others, right? So, you know, I was threatened on the streets of London. I was told by an Islamist that if I speak about Islam again, if I continue doing so, that this person will make the streets unsafe for me. Now, I reported that to the police. Nothing's happened yet. No 24-hour court system for me, right? But a kid flying an English flag near a mosque, well, he went straight in the slammer during the riots. Someone shouting profanity about Allah, well, in the clink too. Is that modern-day blasphemy laws by the back door? We cannot get into a scenario in which we have people being prioritised for things like the NHS, prioritised by law officials, law enforcement, and actually the other groups being deprioritised and pushed to the sidelines. What do you think will create more resentment? That's why I said at the time, Sir Keir Starmer's response to all of this was so inflammatory and actually stoked more hate and division than he could have ever actually contemplated through that legal lawyerly skull of his, which focuses on one thing and one thing only, and that is creating power for Sir Keir Starmer. I think actually Kemi impressed me in this speech. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Has she impressed you? I'm still not totally okay with the Conservative Party. It has to be said. I haven't forgiven them just yet. But, you know, I think this needs to be said. And it's nice to see a senior Conservative politician actually saying it.